single word do you most identify with? What a thing
I
to
didn't
ask.
see that on the thing.
What a thing to ask a woman of words. Pick your favorite child.
Stubborn. Stubborn.
Stubborn.
Yeah, I think I am. The most profound impact on my life as it worked out was my music teacher beginning about the time I was in the 4th grade. What I got from him was, again, the love of the mathematics, the love of the sound, and also the ensemble nature of making music, that this was not, it was not just one person at the instrument. And he did not have some of the same very parochial attitudes that existed in the South in the 50s.
Was it unusual for women, girls, to sort of do what you were doing when you were doing it?
Of going on to further study, that was very unusual. I had kind of scoped out, here's how you proceed. And because my mother was a teacher and all of her sisters had been teachers, and it seemed that my career goal should be to become a high school band director. And then sometimes other things happen, and other things that will have a much more profound effect on where you end up. I had a job working in a resort in the mountains of North Carolina, and its claim to fame was that they had singing waiters and waitresses. I had a friend who was one of these singing waiters who loved poetry. And on the breaks, right, or over lunch, or when you're, waiting for your order to come up, he would read Rilke, and he would read E. E. Cummings, and he would read all kinds of things that I knew nothing about. I had no idea that that was poetry, and I just found it astonishing. Started with Beowulf, and so I did more and more literature and less music. And then I ended up going to graduate school in poetry. I had in mind to go to Vanderbilt because many of my literature teachers in South Carolina had studied at Vanderbilt during a real blossoming of letters there, and they studied with the fugitive poets. But I really needed to know what my chances were of getting some fellowship support. I had arranged to have an appointment with the Dean of Graduate Studies. And his response was, this is in 1964, his response was, "Oh, my dear, you have no chance at all." He said, "You're a very bad investment. You will come here and meet a nice young man, and then you'll get married and have babies." And I said, "No, I won't. I will be happy to sign on the paper. That isn't what I want to do. I want to come here. I want to go to Donald Davis's class. I want to study lyric poetry." So I went to University of Iowa instead, and I guess that maybe Paul Engel thought that I was a character out of Tennessee Williams or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, I was lucky to have gotten there. It's almost as though, you have to be smacked around a little bit to sort of, get out of your own way. It took a little smacking around for me. But I did end up teaching, so I think of myself as much a teacher as I do a writer.